I still can't say goodbye. Have you ever felt like that? Like time is moving forward, but your heart is still standing still? You can't put the cage away. You can't bring yourself to touch their things. You just want to feel like they're still there somehow. And maybe that's because you love them that deeply. It's been about 6 months since my beloved rabbit, Nanosuke, crossed the Rainbow Bridge. His cage is still exactly the way it was that day. And recently, another precious member of our family, our Italian greyhound, Surf, also passed away. Today, I'd like to gently talk about pet loss. This channel is a quiet, comforting space where we explore the small feelings of rabbits and help deepen the bond between them and the people who love them. The small, gentle family member who stays by your side. And even if they're not physically here anymore, their presence continues to live on in your heart. They didn't need words. In their eyes, their ears, their tiny movements, there were so many feelings. The way they hopped over to you. The way they quietly stayed beside you. The way they looked at you. Maybe all of those were their way of speaking to you. Through this video, I hope the memories inside your heart can feel just a little softer, a little warmer. Recently, I had been taking care of Surf. So today, I'd like to tell you a little about him. Surf was a 17-year-old Italian greyhound. He came into our home at the age of 15, in a situation similar to a rescue. From the very first moment we met, his small body was trembling. He was extremely timid, with eyes that always seemed a little anxious. He had even experienced abuse in the past. Not long after he came to us, he had a seizure, and we rushed him to the hospital. That's when we were told his heart is severely enlarged. His condition is very serious. At any moment, we were told he could be gone. And yet, for nearly 2 years, while taking his medication, Surf kept living, brightly, gently, bringing smiles to everyone around him. The vet would often say, "His heart sounds terrible. It's amazing he's not showing worse symptoms." At first, he struggled with separation anxiety. Even if we left the house for just a short time, he would cry out in fear. But little by little, the distance between us began to close. Before we knew it, he was always right beside me during the day, pressed gently against me, sometimes resting on my stomach, sometimes curled up against my legs, like a tiny puppy, and there he would sleep, looking completely at peace. We didn't do anything special. We simply spent time together, shared the same days, and maybe through that, Surf began to feel, this place is safe. And for me too, the warmth of his small body, as he leaned against me, was something that made me so happy. Before I even realized it, he had become an irreplaceable part of my life. And after Nanosuke passed away, the one who stayed closest to me was Surf. Just like Nanosuke used to, he would press himself gently against me. He would quietly stay by my side, without a word. Sometimes, he would bring his face close to mine, and give me a soft little kiss. It felt like he was saying, "You're okay, I'm here, you're not alone." And before I knew it, I had been saved by him. Over and over again, I would be crying for Nanosuke. And yet, because Surf was trying so hard to comfort me, I found myself smiling through my tears. Even without words, there are things that still reach your heart. And when you're in deep grief, that kind of gentleness feels even stronger. After losing someone so precious, there's a silence, a hollow feeling, like something inside you has been taken away, and the one who helped fill even a small part of that emptiness was Surf. So I would talk to him again and again. "Surf, please stay with me. Just one more year." Even as I said it, deep down, I knew that our time together wouldn't be long, but still, I wanted him to stay just a little longer. I wanted to hold on to the time we had, even just a little more. And I couldn't stop myself from wishing for that. Surf kept fighting, right up until his very last day. Starting in April, he began having seizures more and more often. And every time, watching his small body struggle just to catch his breath, I found myself asking over and over, is it better to hold on to the time we still have together? Or is it kinder to let him rest? What would truly be the best thing for Surf? I kept searching for that answer. But in my heart, there was only one feeling. That never went away. I still want to be with you. Even knowing there was so little we could do. Even knowing our time was limited, all I wanted was for him to be as comfortable, as peaceful, and as happy as possible. That was all I prayed for. Every single day. Surf was never a strong dog. He was sensitive, easily scared, and sometimes his anxiety would make him cry out. And yet, that same little, fragile soul kept trying to live with everything he had, right until the very end. There was something so incredibly strong, so gentle, and so deeply precious in the way he lived. About 2 weeks ago, Surf quietly crossed the Rainbow Bridge. Just like with Nanosuke, it was a morning when our whole family was home. He left, surrounded by all of us. It was a different kind of goodbye. Nanosuke's passing had been so sudden, but this time, I thought I was prepared. I had imagined that moment over and over again, and still, when it finally came, my heart couldn't catch up. The only thing that felt real was the silence that followed, the places they once filled, the warmth they brought into the room. Slowly, began to feel empty. That living room, once filled with warmth, with happiness, now felt so different. I was only with Surf for less than 2 years. And yet, my body still remembers the warmth of him, pressed against me, the way he felt. And then, in the quietest moments, it suddenly hits you. He's really gone. A kind of loneliness that's impossible to describe comes rushing in. Everything you do, every place you go, connects back to memories of them, as if that time we shared was almost like a dream. I'm sure many of you have felt this too. People often say that pet loss is something you have to get over. But I don't believe that. You don't have to force yourself to move on. You don't have to forget. If there are days when you remember them and the tears come, that's okay, because it simply means they were that special to you. The time you shared, the memories you made, they don't disappear. Their warmth, their gaze, the happiness you felt together, the quiet moments, they stayed by your side. All of it still lives within you, and I truly believe that within them, too, the time they spent with you remains as a warm, beautiful memory. So please, don't blame yourself for still feeling sad, and don't feel like you have to let go. What you're feeling is proof of the time you shared, the trust you built, and the love you gave. For now, it's okay to simply hold those memories gently in your heart. That's enough. And that love, the time you shared, the bond you built, will never disappear. If you're going through something painful right now, I hope this video can sit beside you, even just a little, and I hope the time you shared with your precious companion will continue as a gentle, warm memory within your heart. So, how did this video feel to you? Even after losing someone so dear, the time you shared with them never truly fades. Even if you can't see them anymore, even if you can't touch them, their warmth, their presence, their love stays with you. If you feel comfortable, I'd love to hear about them. A memory, a moment, something you shared. Your story might gently reach someone else who needs it. On this channel, I'll continue to share stories about the quiet feelings of rabbits, and also about the memories of the ones we love. If this video meant something to you, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. Thank you so much for being here.